Hello everyone, welcome to my channel C.S.E.Pathshala. We were studying about Python for machine learning and data science, and in this tutorial we will study about plotting multiple lines and bar charts. So in the previous tutorial we did study about data visualization using Matplotlib introduction, and in this tutorial we will carry forward those concepts. There we saw how to use pyplot and plot function which has been present in that submodule of Matplotlib library. So if you want to draw multiple lines in the same chart, yes, we can do this thing by calling plot function as many times as possible. So let's consider a code and then we will understand how to perform this operation. So percentage matplotlib inline. This means that we are producing the output on the same page. Okay, that means here after the implementation of this code we will get the output just below it. Then we are importing matplotlib.pyplot as plt. That means pyplot is a submodule of matplotlib, and we are using here alias of pyplot as plt. Then from matplotlib we are importing style, and that style which we will use is ggplot. So for that we will write a line that is style.use ggplot. So obviously there are various styles present in Matplotlib. We did see this in the previous tutorial also. From that, one of the particular style we are using as ggplot. Then plt.plot, we are taking two lists here. So with these two lists, it represents first one is the x values and second one is the y values. So we are plotting these as a form of coordinates of x and then y. Similarly, we are again taking plt.plot, and yes, we are just plotting the x values here and the y values here in the form of two list. Then we are naming our plot or diagram or a graph in the form of a title as results, that is plt.title results. So it sets the title for the chart. Then plt.xlabel, that means we want to set the label to use for the x-axis, and here we are naming it as semester. Similarly, we can also give a name to the y-label, that is plt.ylabel, that will set the label to use for the y-axis, and here it has been named as grade. So let's save this code and run this code. So here is the output. We can see the results here, and the results are in the form of semesters on the x-axis, grade on the y-axis, and since we did use two plots, they are represented here with the different colors. That means one is with the red color and another is with the blue color. So this is how we can use multiple plots on the same graph. As we have seen that we can add more lines to a chart. So if we are continuing adding as many as lines, it becomes very much important to have a difference between them. How we will recognize that this line represents this and that another particular line will represent some another thing. So for that purpose we will be using legend, and it's very useful. So we can add a label to each line plot and then show a legend, that is with the help of a legend function as follows. So we are having another example. We will implement it and then we will understand. Percentage matplotlib inline. This is the same thing as we did in the above example. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. From matplotlib import style, and from style.use ggplot. Okay, so all these lines will represent the same thing. That means we are producing the output on the same page. We are importing matplotlib pyplot in the form of plt. Then from matplotlib we are importing the style package, and from style we are using ggplot. Then in the next two lines we are taking the same values. That means we want to plot the same list, that is first one is your x coordinate and second is the y coordinate. But here there is one more thing. We are naming or giving a label it as Jim. Okay, so for this plot, the label will be given as a name Jim. Similarly, in a second plot, we will again take the two lists, that's for x and for the y coordinates. Here we will label it as Tom. That means again we are differentiating between these two line plots. Then we will name the title as results as we did in the above example. We will label the x-axis with semester, that is plt.x label, and then again we will label the y-axis by plt.y label as grade, and then we are plotting legend. Okay, so this is how we will create a difference between the various line plots in a graph. So let's save this code first and run this code. We got a plot for results. Semester is the x label, grade is the y label. These two lines represents the different colors. That means for the Jim, that is the first plot. So in the previous example, how are we going to differentiate that which one was the first plot and which one was the second plot? So with the help of a label here, we can differentiate. That means the red color represents the Jim and the blue color represents the Tom. So it's a clear differentiation between these two lines in the plot or the chart. Okay. Now, if you want to plot the bar charts, so it's not only that we can just plot line charts, we can also plot the bar charts with the help of Matplotlib. So bar charts are very much useful for comparing the data. For example, if you want to compare the grades of a student over a number of semesters which he has given. So yes, we can create bar chart for it with the help of Matplotlib. Okay, so here we will use the same data set as we did used in the previous examples above, and yes, we will plot a bar chart using a method that is called as bar. Okay, so here it is, and let's consider a code and then we will understand. Percentage matplotlib inline, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. From matplotlib import style, style.use ggplot. So everything here is same for these lines. Now the next thing is we want to plot the bar. Okay, we will use plt.bar. So in the previous examples we were using plt.plot, but here we will use plt.bar, and in this again we will give the two lists, that is the x coordinates and the y coordinates. Okay, so here are the two lists. Then we will label the name, that is Jim. Okay, so for this bar plot we are naming it as Jim, we are labeling it. Then the color which we will mention here is M, that is the magenta color, and alignment which we will give here is a central alignment. Okay, so these are the arguments for the bar method. That means the x coordinates, y coordinates, okay, then the label, then the color, and then the alignment. Then afterwards we will just name the title as results, we'll give the x label as semester, y label as grade, and yes, we are also using here legend, that is plt.legend, and then we will use plt.grid true and color equal to y here. Okay, so let's save this code and run this code. So what we did is, this is your plot, that means semester is in x-axis, grade is in y-axis. This is the overall graph or the bar chart, that is results. Here we did label it as with the name of Jim. So it's not only that we are just plotting a bar, a single bar. We can, as we did in the previous example, the multiple lines. Yes, we can plot the multiple bars also, and with the help of label we can distinguish them. So here we did name it as in the form of a label as Jim, and the color which we have given here is the magenta, so it's been showing the magenta color. Okay, and the alignment is off at the center alignment. Okay, here it's all center, and then we have given the grid also. So you can see that these are the square brackets. Okay, here these are the square brackets, so this is actually a grid. Okay, and we colored them with the help of Y, which represents a yellow color. So this grid is of yellow color, while the bars are of magenta color. Okay, so this line and this line represents the data visualization part of the presentation of the bar. Okay, so this is how we can generate the results. So that's all for this tutorial. We will come up with more informative tutorials on Matplotlib. Thanks for watching. Kindly do subscribe to my channel.